Is it recording?
It is recording.
Yes, it is.
Great.
Hat or no hat?
Hat or no hat?
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you feeling hat?
I mean, I was wearing it, so.
See how you feel on camera. You feel like a hat
it's
kind of
fine.
day?
It's me.
Alright, so we're going to be talking about some of the most anticipated movies of 2019. First movie on the list is The Upside, which comes out on the day that this video goes up. Friday, January 11th. This movie has Kevin Hart and Bryan Cranston. I think it looks very wholesome.
Yeah. Kevin Hart, all he does is comedy movies. So, like, it's gonna be cute and, like, heartfelt. But, like, I'd just like to see Kevin Hart do something else. I don't know. Like, I can't take him seriously. That's the problem.
I feel like it's a different kind of comedy, though. Number 2 is Glass, which comes out next week on the 18th, the day before my birthday.
Wow.
It's the sequel to Split and Unbreakable by M.
Night Shyamalan.
Night Shyamalan.
I haven't seen Split.
Neither
or
of us have seen
Unbreakable.
either of his other movies, not because, like, for me, not because I didn't want to.
No, I didn't want to.
Oh.
I don't like M. Night Shyamalan.
Even if you don't like, you don't know, maybe this new stuff
Yeah,
is different. Because
his-
people seem to be,
listen, like,
big fans.
He ruined my childhood, and I'm never forgiven for that.
Okay.
It's a bias, like, I'll admit to that.
Sarah Paulson is in it, who I
Yeah.
love. I think she's awesome.
It's an interesting take on, like, the superhero genre anyway.
Oh,
'Cause,
yeah.
like, you know, we see a lot of those movies today, so.
I know, I really wanted to see Split, because it came out the same semester that I took Abnormal Psych.
People say that's not how that works, and that, like, people say
It's not. Like, most people that you're gonna meet that have some kind of psychological diagnosis, they're gonna be like you and me, like normal people. They're not gonna be, like, split.
Normal people.
But, anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
Glass looks cool.
Yeah, all right.
I would probably see it.
Yeah, next we got Serenity, which comes out January 25th.
Yes.
And that's with Matthew McConaughey and Anne Hathaway.
Who's a queen,
Yeah, she's
just by the way.
Sure. Yeah.
We just both
Saw
watched the
the
trailer
trailer.
for this
I personally
before we started filming.
I thought we was trying way too hard.
I didn't get it.
Yeah, I don't know.
So the plot is supposed to be, from what I read, is Anne Hathaway and Matthew McConaughey are ex-husband and wife, and she now has an abusive husband and enlists Matthew McConaughey for help, not helping her to get out of the relationship, but, like, she wants him dead, which I guess, like...
I mean, sure, why not?
Yeah,
Like,
sure. Because abusive husbands and or wives, people in general, are bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. The trailer was just kind of, like, really... No, it wasn't kind of. It was really all over the place, I felt like. I wasn't impressed.
Nope.
Mm.
That's a collective no.
But, who knows? Sometimes the trailer sucks and the movie ends up being awesome. Next movie is The Lego Movie 2, the second one.
That sounds like...
Original.
That reminds me of... Isn't that the subtitle for Sharknado 2? Isn't it called Sharknado, the second one?
I don't know. I stay
I'm pretty
as far
sure,
away from Sharknado
I'm pretty
as I
sure
can.
it's that.
That's hilarious.
Don't at me on that one, but I'm pretty sure it is.
That's really funny,
I
if it is.
saw the trailer like a couple days ago in the theater when I was seeing a different movie,
For Lego Movie?
and I did not laugh a single time,
Really?
which is super depressing because I love
the first one. I'll probably see it anyway.
I mean, I'll probably have to go see it. I mean, I've been wrong before. Like, I saw the first trailer for Deadpool back when that movie came out. I didn't laugh at anything, and that's like that trailer either. I was like, this movie's gonna be really bad. But then I saw the movie and I was like, wow, like this was hilarious and amazing.
At that point, I think it's just the producer just needs to hire a better editor for
So
trailers.
I don't know. I'm also worried for the second one because, like, is it gonna have the same heart that the first one had? It's hard to live up to the original.
Oh, so that comes out on February 8th, by the way. Also out on February 8th, starring Taraji P. Henson. What
Men
Men
Want.
Want. It looks hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a movie that I would enjoy it, but that's okay. If somebody dragged me to see it, I wouldn't be super mad, but I would not go see it myself. I mean, I hope it's good. I mean,
I know. I'd be
and the
disappointed
movie-
if it... I enjoy when Taraji P. Henson says anything.
Yeah,
So.
it's just not my sense of humor.
Alita Battle Angel comes out on Valentine's Day, February 14th, or Singles Awareness Day, however you prefer to celebrate. It's based off of manga?
Yeah, I think
Is
so.
that how you say it?
I'm good, yeah.
I know nothing about it going into it. I saw the trailer.
It's
It looks pretty cool.
It's a Robert Rodriguez film, so yeah, I expect it to be like action-packed and kind of stupid, but fun. I mean,
Also on February 14th is probably the most romantic movie that's going to come out all year. Happy Death Day to You.
oh, I didn't even realize that until you. Okay, that's terrible. I mean, to the people who like the first Happy Death Day, you'll have to tell me why you like it because I I've seen that trailer. I was like, this is really stupid. The acting is terrible.
It's just
Like,
is
yeah,
it supposed to be
It's
bad?
basically
Is it supposed
Groundhog
to-
Day, except they
with
just get murdered.
Whatever. Not interested. Next.
No, looks terrible.
March 1st, Chaos Walking, featuring my future husband, Tom Holland.
And my
And-
future wife, Daisy Ridley. Why not?
In the near future, Todd Hewitt has been brought up to believe that a viral germ has killed all women in a colony world and unleashed Noise, the special ability to read people's and animals' minds. Later, he comes upon a patch of silence and soon discovers the source of the silence, a mysterious woman named Viola Eade. On the run, they learn more about the true history of the New World.
It's based off of a young adult book, so
Don't really, I get the premise, but I don't get the premise, but I'll watch it because
yeah,
Tom Holland is in
I'll watch it because Tom Holland's in it too.
it. March 8th is the next movie, Captain Marvel.
It's Marvel Green Lantern, really. That's what the movie is, because
Mhm.
that's what our character's based off of. But it looks good.
It looks like I'll enjoy it. I'm
Yeah.
ready for it.
Well, I'm glad this one's coming out.
Yeah.
Instead of some other random movie. People are gonna see it, and I don't know why you need us to tell you to see it, because we're probably gonna go see
You're
it.
gonna see it anyway.
Like,
You're
it's
not gonna.
Marvel. So,
You're not gonna rely on our opinion to be
No.
like, ooh, yep. March 15th, Us, which is the follow-up film to Get Out, which I only saw the first 45 minutes of. Actually,
Get Out was awesome. It was a great movie.
I enjoyed
Great
what I
horror
saw. I just
So,
can't sit in the dark by myself and watch it.
I'm
So
super excited to see Us, because I think it's a crazy concept.
no, it looks good.
If anybody doesn't know, it's about basically this family has to kill themselves because another version of themselves comes to try to kill them, so they have to
Do I
kill
have to
them.
block the logo?
Probably. So I don't. That's super interesting. 'Cause, to have a premise of a film, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I mean, if another version of myself showed up my door, I'd kill him.
March 22nd. Where'd you go, Bernadette?
Where did she go?
Where did she go? Where is your mother?
I don't know. It's a good question. I should probably call her. My mom's named Bernadette, or I don't know.
I'm not
But-
funny.
No, she's not. From the trailer of this movie,
Uh,
it seemed for whatever reason it was kind of weird that
No one
she just
seemed
disappeared.
concerned.
That she disappears in the movie, but no one's concerned that
Yeah,
she goes. Does
I
she
didn't
leave
really-
her family, or does she just go somewhere and to have some story to tell everybody else? That's what seems to me. Because the trailer makes it seem that she doesn't disappear for a long time. She kind of just disappears for say a week.
It's directed by Richard Linklater.
Yeah, the book is not by him.
No, the book's not by him. The movie's directed by him. We have Dumbo, the live-action movie coming out.
This one actually can't call itself live action.
This one can call itself live-action because there are human beings.
Dumbo actually looks pretty adorable. I don't know. If that's
I think
supposed
I
to.
don't know. Yeah, but I feel like the CGI is kind of weird.
I don't know.
I feel like everything kind of low-key looks CGI, but that could just be because it's by Tim Burton. So everything just kind of looks weird anyway.
The movie is probably going to be just what the older one is,
But
except with people
live
this time.
action.
Dumbo is about an elephant with huge ears, but don't all elephants really have huge ears? I never understood that.
Yeah. April 5th, Shazam.
Shazam!
With an exclamation point.
Yes, because he's like Shazam. It looks like it could be fun. I mean, DC
I mean,
movies are not notoriously fun.
no.
Until more recently. I think as long as they fully embrace the zaniness of Shazam, it'll be fine.
It seemed relatable. That would be how I'd act if I
yeah,
became a superhero.
if I would, yeah. Especially if I just grew a couple inches and got a lot bumper.
Same.
Pet
Pet Cemetery on April, same day as Shazam.
Wow.
It's another Stephen King adaptation.
Another Stephen King. It's
I mean-
it's you seem like you're so upset by that.
No,
another Stephen King
I'm just saying it's
adaptation.
another Stephen King.
Uh-oh.
Stephen King's great. I don't have a problem with it. Whatever. It's the same problem I have with every scary movie where it could be solved in the
If they
first
just
5
leave.
minutes if they just moved out.
Yep. It's probably gonna be a movie that I pass on. But
Yeah. I don't really go out to see scary movies. Next one is The Curse of La Llorona.
I can't even say that.
So basically, La Llorona is the Spanish version of the urban legend of the Weeping Woman. Didn't get the plot at all.
It's because there wasn't one.
There wasn't one. She looked pretty creepy, but
Right.
didn't
But there's
get
so
a
many
plot.
other
I don't
horror
know
movies.
what her deal is.
Yeah.
What is her problem? Why is she appearing to these people? What is her struggle?
There's so many other horror movies coming out this year that one
Pass.
has no business being around. So
Okay, Avengers Endgame, April 26th. Where do we even begin?
We all know they're gonna come back.
They
There's,
did
like,
that.
other movies, but like I still didn't think they'd actually go there, and they finally did.
They went there. They
Yes,
really
finally
did
went
that.
there, so now we finally get to see
What happens?
what happens.
What-
I hope that actually spent a lot of the movie like talking about the aftermath, because I feel like half the universe dies, and then there's no like no other movie that comes out that like deals with that. You know what I mean? Like they kind of just like Captain Marvel said in the 1990s, Ant-Man and
Yeah.
Wasp was set right before it happened. So like
Yeah.
we don't get a movie that deals with like what that world's. I would love to see like what that world would be like with half the universe gone. And apparently the Marvel universe is gonna be way different after this.
I don't even know how I'm gonna handle myself when I see that.
Ugly,
May 3rd, Ugly Dolls.
Ugly dolls.
Featuring, just to name a few, Kelly Clarkson, Nick Jonas, Emma Roberts, Janelle Monáe. We also found out that Pitbull is in it.
The Trolls
In the
movie.
notes next to it, I wrote that it's basically just another Trolls movie where they get all of these really top singers to voice act in a cartoon, and then the whole thing is just a musical.
Well, that's what it is.
That's
though.
basically what it is. So
Let's
it's
hope
just,
this goes
it's just a
on.
different toy.
Exactly.
It looks fun. I would not pay to go see it, but it looks fun. I would probably watch it like once. May 10th, Pokemon Detective Pikachu.
Oh, it looks like an acid trip that I want to see.
It looks
It looks amazing.
awesome.
It doesn't look amazing. It looks super funny though.
Right.
Like,
It just looks awesome.
I
I wish
honestly-
I could live in a world where I had an army of Bulbasaurs. That would just make my life.
I didn't realize that I wanted this movie. I like the art style. A lot of people
Yeah,
say they
yeah.
don't like
I
it.
dig it. No, I dig
Yeah.
it. You
Adorable.
can't make them like super realistic because Pokemon are not.
Well, a lot of people are complaining because like when they see Pikachu, he's like furry in the movie, and they're like, "Why is he furry?" I was just like, "Well, wouldn't he? He's a mouse. Like he'd be furry."
Yeah, right.
Like I know in the video games they don't show that because like they just
That's just
the graphics.
they
like,
couldn't
don't-
handle right.
yeah,
they
like,
couldn't handle that back then.
Yeah, so they decided, and like that became.
I
iconic,
dig
but
Pikachu with fur. He needs to be.
He looks adorable.
He
He
does.
looks like a Pikachu doll that I owned as a kid. So,
I had when his cheeks would glow and he
Yeah.
would press his paw.
although I do miss Fat Pikachu.
It looks really cool. I want to see it.
Yeah.
Brings back the nostalgia from my childhood.
Um,
Rocket Man.
yeah, I actually saw this trailer for Rocket Man while I was watching Bohemian Rhapsody. So I was like,
Yeah,
we
I think
haven't
I
even seen
think I did too.
the first music biopic, and now we're seeing a trailer for this.
For the
second
next one.
music biopic.
I mean,
It's weird that Elton John's not dead yet, so like it's weird that he's got a biopic coming out.
I,
I mean, if I was him, I would want to. If there was a biopic coming out about me before I died, I'd want to be involved in it.
like a lot of things people had issues with in Bohemian Rhapsody are things that could only be clarified by Freddie Mercury. A lot of things that people had problems with were like how they portrayed Freddie and
Hmm.
all that kind of stuff. His entire person in that film, his entire character, is based off of other people observing him. You
Right.
couldn't get his actual emotion and feeling.
Right. Well, maybe it's better
because-
than that it's coming out when he's still alive, and maybe it will be like more true
Yeah,
to
yeah.
him because of that.
Time will tell.
Yeah,
Taron Egerton is playing Elton John.
which is pretty good casting.
Yeah,
Terry
I
Egerton.
dig it. It'd be a little weird seeing him in like full Elton John getup. But
Yeah.
Kingsman 3 is also slotted to come out this year, so
Also, he's also in Kingsman 2, which is funny.
what?
Elton John was in
Oh,
Kingsman 2.
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, full circle.
But yeah, no, I feel like it'll be good. I'll definitely see that. May 24th,
Oh, it's Aladdin.
another live action that is actually live
Also
action.
Live action.
Right now only the teaser trailer is out, and it looks amazing.
I think I'd more likely see Aladdin based on the other ones because like I don't remember
Yeah.
Aladdin very well, so like
Oh no.
it's almost like seeing it for the first time for me.
I was impressed by the teaser trailer. I think it looks great. I think the graphics and everything are awesome, and I'm really excited to see it.
Next we got on May 31st, we got Godzilla King of Monsters, which I have not seen Godzilla, the 2014 one
Oh.
remake, not the I think I've seen the original. It's another monster movie, so I hope they just give us some cool monster fights. That's what we
Yeah.
really want from this movie. So
Yeah.
if that movie has that, like I'll go see it. If it doesn't, then I'm not seeing it. 'cause
My
what's the
dad will
point?
probably be excited to see it.
Yeah.
June 7th, we have X-Men, Dark Phoenix, Sophie Turner.
Yeah.
taking the lead.
So this is the first one directed by the writer of like all the other X-Men movies, Simon Kingsbury.
I feel like X-Men, the whole series, has just kind of been
Yeah.
one big struggle bus.
And they've had a good couple ones. If they don't mess it up, like I'll be there. But if they
I'll be excited to see the X-Men again, because I think
Yeah.
the X-Men, like, the concept is really cool.
I
And, like, them individually, they're pretty cool.
Yeah, I just like
Just
don't
the
know.
movies sometimes. I'm
Not
just
like in the next like year or two, they're gonna be rebooted again. If like
Yeah.
unless Disney decides to use these incarnation of characters, I just don't feel like that's gonna happen. And I have to worry about like continuing on.
I
from where
like
they
the
are.
cast though.
I know.
I really like the cast. Even though some of the movies are dodgy, I really love the casting.
Next, we got Men in Black International on June 14th.
With Chris Hemsworth
And Tessa Thompson.
and Liam Neeson is in there,
Yeah.
as well.
So I guess this is like more like a reboot, but like a continuation, except without the original cast. The only thing that's like super weird that like I hope they don't continue too much, though I mentioned after watching the trailer, is that like meta humor that it's got going on. Like there's some weird
There's a
Thor
shot
joke.
where Chris Hemsworth's character throws a hammer at like an alien, and I was like, is that supposed to be like an homage?
to 'cause,
to
like
Thor's
the hammer
hammer.
like was even like shaped like the same.
It
mallet
looked,
shape.
it was.
I don't know.
I don't know. It
I
was
just feel
weird. It caught me off guard. I didn't know what to think.
The movies like making jokes about their actors being in other movies is like too meta for me.
Yeah.
And like
It
maybe
bugs me
sometimes
out.
it'll work, but I feel like 9 out of 10 times it's not gonna work.
I don't know.
So like I hope that's not like the humor they're going with in this movie.
I don't think it will. I think it was just like that. Hopefully, it's just that one
that one joke.
small thing. I really liked the original Men in Black. I think Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones were fantastic. And it sucks that they're not in this, but
Yeah.
who knows?
On June 21st, we have Toy Story 4. They said that like they'd only make another one if they had a story to tell. So I hope they're really true to that. And
Andy gave away his toys though.
Yeah,
Like
I
I
mean-
feel like that was such a good way to like wrap it up and like for all the kids who grew up with Toy Story and then they used the same voice actor and
Mhm.
like it was just very like
yeah,
full
I mean,
circle.
I
and
teared up watching the
I-
movie.
cried like a baby. Toy Story 3 I feel like was really good and it like hit all the bases that it should have hit
Yeah.
and it was wrapped up really nicely in a little bow on top of the box that Andy gave his toys away in. Why are they making a fourth
Yeah, I
one?
mean, I hope they don't ruin that.
But I feel like I'm just gonna leave the theater like
It's got a lot
that
to
did
prove.
nothing for me.
So, if you wanted to see another children's story, but this time Murder You, you can go see the reboot of Child's Play, which is the Chucky.
A Chucky movie. Aubrey Plaza's in it. She's great.
Aubrey Plaza is pretty great.
Yeah,
but, like,
she's great.
I think Chucky's. I guess you said you're afraid of dolls, but like I just see the doll and I'm like I can't take this seriously. Like why did somebody just kick it? Not even a foot tall, weighs like not even a pound. Just like
Yeah,
Toss it out.
same though, but like I can kick
just
your
yeet
butt.
it. Just yeet it.
Just there's like so many now. Dolls coming to life.
Yeah, we made one. Like
We
this,
even
yeah,
made one. Like it's tired.
yeah.
47 Meters Down, Uncaged, which is the sequel to 47 Meters Down. I think they should have made it like 48 meters down or something like
Yeah.
that, at least to make it kind of funny. Basically, these two girls go on a vacation to Mexico, and they meet this dude, and he's like, yeah, come on my boat and go cage diving, because that's not sketchy at all and totally is reliable. And their cage breaks off of the boat, and they sink.
And they drop
47
down.
meters.
Whoa.
Sure, there were times where I was like, oh my god, like, are they gonna make it? Are they gonna be alive? What's gonna happen? And then the ending happened. The other girl gets carried away by a shark and then miraculously is actually still alive. And then these guys end up saving them and bringing them onto the boat. And then you find out that Mandy Moore was hallucinating the entire time and she's actually still stuck at the bottom of the ocean and she was just hallucinating. Basically, it's really effing stupid. And I walked out of that theater so mad. I'm not excited for this movie. I don't know why they're making a sequel. I would rather see another Meg movie be made. I will not be seeing it, and I would recommend that you don't go see it.
Spider-Man: Far From Home. Spider-Man is my favorite superhero. Because he's one of the only superheroes really I read comic books as a kid. I'm excited to see Spider-Man. I just saw Into the Spider-Verse, which was awesome. Because of that movie, and then because of the Spider-Man game that came out, this movie has a lot to prove to me. So like Tom Holland has a lot to prove to me.
He can do it.
I believe he can do it. I'm glad they're finally doing like a different villain. Like Jake Gyllenhaal is playing Mysterio, which is, as long as he has that fishbowl head, is super cool. So I'm like super excited to see Mysterio because I think that could be like some really cool visuals.
On July 19th, The Lion King live action comes out.
Space.
What I'm most excited about, to be honest, that James Earl Jones
Is
is
reprising his
doing
role.
Mufasa again.
Yeah, Donald Glover is playing Simba, and he is so cool.
The
Like,
cast is
it's a great
awesome for
cast.
this movie. I'm so
And
excited.
I think, I mean, Jon Favreau has proven himself to be able to do that kind of movie. It's not like, what the weird part about, like, why they call it live action, because it's like, I think they're all mocapped. So, like, technically, like, they're all acting. It's not just voice acting. That's what makes it, like, that's what makes it live action, because everybody is acting. It's just, like, they're acting as animals. I think it's cool, though, like, that whole idea, because, like, they are acting.
The trailer looked really good.
Yeah.
I was very impressed.
On July 26th, my mother's birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Bernadette.
Yeah. It's gonna be Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and that is a Tarantino movie, and it's his first movie based off of real events. Tarantino being crazy aside, I think he's a fantastic director, so I really feel like it could be really good.
Great cast,
Great
too.
cast. You got DiCaprio, Brad Pitt,
Leo.
Margot Robbie. It's based off the Charles Manson murders.
Coming out on August 2nd. It is
Hobbs
Hobbs and Shaw. It is the first Fast and Furious spin-off.
All I have to say is why.
We need to have a talk. Why is this
I
happening?
think Hobbs and Shaw are definitely the best characters, like at least the new ones, the best new characters.
Yeah.
In Fast and Furious, they're not making a 9. I feel like this is the only way for them to continue it.
Fate
Like,
of the Furious was so bad.
Fast and Furious is my guilty pleasure series because
Yes.
they're awful. All I know is that when we saw Fast Furious 7, you and Emily started crying and I started crying. That's all I know.
Hobbs and Shaw. I'll see it.
Yeah.
I won't like.
Probably won't like it,
I won't
but-
like the fact that I am going to see it, but maybe I'll like the movie.
On the same day, we have the New Mutants, and basically the same reasons I'm skeptical about Dark Phoenix is for New Mutants, especially because they had a lot of like history of delays in production. It's like a horror film.
Yeah.
Which
So
is-
seeing the trailer kind of got me intrigued,
Again, like I hope it's good.
and it's got good actors.
Yeah.
First film so far of September is It Chapter 2. I hate clowns. I will not be seeing this film. I did not see the first It, and I did not see the actual first It.
So I saw it. It's weird to say, but I didn't think there was a lot of child murder or enough child murder. And let me explain. It's supposed to be a killer clown that kills children. Like that's what it's about. And because like it shows you like what your worst fears, whatever. The movie sets itself up to like be crazy. Like it's terrifying. Like I'm afraid of clowns too. I hope so. Chapter 2. I hope crazier things happen.
October 4th, Joker. I know Ryan has some
Don't
things to
even
say
get me
about
started
this.
about that movie.
Go
First,
ahead.
great casting. Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. I like Jared Leto, but that was terrible.
Yeah. Suicide Squad as a whole
That
was
movie
just
terrible.
bad.
But like, my problem with this Joker movie, I don't care about the Joker's origin story, and I don't know why anybody would. What made him interesting is the fact that you don't really know anything about him, and what makes him interesting is Batman. Their dynamic is what's interesting, and an origin story is the opposite of that. So I don't know why they're making this movie, and I'm not seeing it because I want nothing to do with it. Here's my hot take. So next we got The Goldfinch on October 11th.
So The Goldfinch is based on a book, and basically it follows the life of this boy after he's involved in a terrorist attack, and it just kind of follows his life afterwards because his mother dies in the attack. It sounds really interesting. There's no trailer for it, but Sarah Paulson is in it, so I'm interested.
A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, which comes out October 18th, and this is a story about Mr. Rogers, starring Tom Hanks.
An icon playing
Interesting.
icons.
Yeah, I would see that because
I would
like
see
Tom
it.
Hanks.
Before our time, but they still did reruns.
Mhm.
And I used to love watching. November 1st, Charlie's
They're
Angels.
rebooting Charlie's
a new
Angels.
Charlie's Angels with Kristen Stewart. Excuse me?
Not a good choice.
What? But yeah, apparently they haven't released a lot of information on the casting, except for Kristen Stewart. She had it,
Yeah,
and now it's
she was
gone.
Bella Swan,
And now it's gone. I just have serious doubts. And it's hard to beat the OGs, you know? November 8th, Death on the Nile, which is the follow-up to Murder on the Orient Express, which I wanted to see and did not see.
I didn't watch the movie, but like I got spoiled for me, and like the twist in it was kind of bad.
Depending on how I feel after I see Murder on the Orient Express.
I don't know.
Maybe I'll watch Death on the
Since
Nile.
I haven't seen the first one, I probably will see the second one. On the same,
day,
with way more
which means
interesting,
that I'll see this movie before
Yeah.
I see Death on the Nile.
Kingsman 3. Now there aren't any details on this movie.
No.
No, I really like the first two.
The
Kingsman.
first two were really good.
I think Kingsman 2 is a little extra. Just a little bit. Some of the stuff that like I understand that's the kind of satire, but it's the way they film it, like the fight scenes and stuff, is awesome.
But yeah, I'm really excited for Kingsman 3. Then November 15th, again, not a lot of details on this one, but it's Margie Claus. So Melissa
Wow.
McCarthy plays Mrs. Claus, and Santa Claus goes missing or something,
Mhm.
and so she has to save Christmas.
That sounds great.
I like Melissa McCarthy. I think she's absolutely hilarious. I cry laughing every time I watch one of her movies. So I'm really excited for Margie Claus. I can't wait for them to release a trailer. November 22nd is Frozen 2. Why? There's so much hype from the first one, even still. And I'm like, Frozen is one of those movies that I could only watch once, and then I never want to see it again.
I saw Frozen only because I had to know like the hype around it and why people liked it.
I don't even
I was
remember.
like, I saw, like I said, like I'm like Rapunzel was better, and like came out before. Why did people like so obsessed with Frozen?
The Frozen hype needs to die, and it's just going to be reborn with Frozen 2.
Frozen 2 is not going to be as good.
Excited. Hard pass on that one. I'm going to pretend doesn't exist as much as I possibly can. December 13th.
Jumanji 2.
I'm excited for Jumanji 2. I think Jumanji, not the original, obviously, was really good. It was better than I expected it was gonna be. I think they changed it so much from what the original Jumanji was, other than the basic principles of the game, that it was like okay, like you could suspend anything else from the original and just treat it like its own movie. I'll see the second one.
Probably the last movie to come out in the year is Star Wars Episode 9.
On December 20th.
December 20th.
I'm not big on
I
Star
came
Wars.
around on Star Wars Episode 8, but like a lot of people don't feel that way, so we'll see. People are going to go see it regardless because it's Star Wars.
Yeah, well, I hope for everybody else's sake that Star Wars Episode 9 is good.
Yeah.
I won't see it.
And that's all the movies of 2019.
Let us know what you think in the comments. What are your most anticipated? Are you surprised that there are certain movies on this list that are most anticipated?
Are we missing any?
Because we are. Yeah, are we missing any? There's 57, and I even had to cut before that, so I don't think so.
Yeah.
But let us know if we're missing any. And be sure to like this video and share it and subscribe to Collective Brain. We put out vlogs every Friday, and we also put up content on Tuesdays. Go check out our last video, which is the brain farts from Black and White. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
And get out of my house. It's 1 o'clock in the morning.
I know. I gotta go home.